Silence. A deep, heavy blanket woven from the midnight air of the Bosphorus. Here, within these gilded walls, where even the light fears to linger, a profound stillness reigns. A stillness so absolute you might believe no secrets could breathe. But if you lean in closer, past the rustle of the finest silk, beyond the gleam of polished gold that reflects only shadows, beneath every single glittering stone that adorns the Sultan's crown, do you hear it? A faint, relentless hum. It is the murmur of 1,000 unspoken desires, the echo of ambitions that claw at the very fabric of this dynasty. This whisper, my friends, is not of prayers. It is the silent symphony of betrayal, the hushed testament to the price paid in bloodline for a moment's proximity to the throne, for the right to merely breathe the same air as power itself. A price measured in lives, in loyalties shattered, in souls poisoned by the proximity to such absolute might. They say these walls have ears. Perhaps they do. But I tell you, they have tongues. And I, from this very shadow, unseen, unheard, I am here to translate their silent cries. For I have seen it all. The rise and fall, the smiles that hide daggers, the sweet words that conceal venom. And I will speak of the deadliest diamond that ever graced the Sultan's crown. It is not a gem cut from the earth's deep heart. No, it is a thing far more insidious. It is the unquenchable thirst for power. A craving so profound, so absolute, it binds the very air in this chamber, making it thick with its menace. And it kills. Oh, it kills with a swiftness and certainty that no actual poison could ever match. A silent killer, whose blade is ambition, whose venom is desire. This is the curse etched into every golden thread, every cold stone. The curse that whispers now, growing louder, promising ruin. Listen closely, for the story has begun, and it is a story written in blood, signed in silence. Look closer. Past the shimmer of the gold, beyond the perfume of jasmine and roses that chokes the very air. Do you see it now? This gilded cage, this grand stage? Here, beneath the weight of this imperial dome, the true architects of dynasty are not always those who wear the crown. Oh no. The Sultan, he is but the sun around which these planets orbit, each pulling with its own fierce gravity, each vying for a constellation of power. Slow your breath. Feel the palpable tension that hangs thicker than any velvet drape. Every glance exchanged across these mosaic floors, every deferential bow, every whispered word into a trusted ear, they are not mere courtesies. They are moves. Calculated, cold, precise. Each a stroke in a silent, deadly game of chess, played for stakes far higher than any kingdom, for the very future of the bloodline. Here, temptation blossoms in the most exquisite, venomous forms. It seduces with promises of absolute power, of legacies etched into the very stones of time. But it demands in return a piece of the soul. And these women, these women, they are its most ardent devotees. Observe the mothers, their eyes alight with an unholy fire. Their sons, mere boys, are not just flesh and blood. They are pawns, living vessels for their mother's boundless ambition. A throne for her child means her own ascent, her own name etched into history. For that, they will twist love into a weapon, forge betrayal from trust, and cloak ambition in the silken folds of devotion. A simple smile can hide a heart colder than winter stone. A whispered prayer can be a prelude to a silent, swift end for a rival's heir. Then, the concubines. Faces carved from moonlight, their beauty a potent, deceptive shield. Do not be fooled by their delicate hands or their soft voices. Beneath the veil of allure, minds sharper than any assassin's blade are constantly at work. Their existence is a precarious dance on the edge of oblivion. A single misstep, a fading favor, and they become a forgotten shadow in the harem's deepest corners. So, they learn to weave intrigues with threads of rumor, to manipulate with a glance, to poison not with arsenic, but with suspicion. Their survival, their rise, depends on it. And the sisters of the Sultan, often overlooked, often underestimated. Their own futures, fragile as spun silk, hang by the thinnest thread. Marriage, exile, or worse, to be forgotten, a life of gilded silence. To avoid such a fate, they too become players. They form alliances with a subtle nod, exchange secrets with a knowing look, understanding that their influence, though indirect, can be the hinge upon which a dynasty turns. Their whispers carry weight in the Sultan's ear. Their subtle suggestions can shift the tides of favor, ensuring their own survival, their own place in the sun. All of them, every single one, is chasing that invisible diamond. It does not glitter with facets of carbon, but with the raw, untamed brilliance of absolute power. It promises a throne, a legacy carved in stone, a name that will echo through centuries. But it demands a price paid in trust, in innocence, in the very essence of what makes one human. It demands the soul itself. And here, in the perfumed shadows of the Sultan's court, they are all too eager to pay. You felt the lure, didn't you? The faint scent of jasmine and ambition, clinging to the heavy silks, promising a reign without end. But that was merely the overture. The true symphony of power, the one that curdles the blood and chills the bone, is played in the hushed confines of these walls, where the Sultan's shadow falls longest and deepest. Here, in the very heart of the palace, behind these ornate lattices, a different kind of war unfolds. A war fought not with scimitars and arrows, but with glances that cut deeper than any blade, with words whispered like poison, and with silences that shriek of impending doom. Look closely. Do you see the slight tremor in the hand that offers a jeweled cup of sherbet? A smile, radiant as the morning sun, yet colder than the deepest well. Is it a gesture of hospitality, or the slow, sweet prelude to oblivion? The delicate clink of ice against crystal. A chilling sound, is it not? No one raises a sword here, no banner flies. Yet the stakes are the very pulse of the dynasty, the purity of the bloodline. Observe the Grand Vizier's wife, her eyes, like polished obsidian, tracking the movements of the Sultan's mother. A dropped silk handkerchief, seemingly by accident, near the private messenger. An almost imperceptible shift in the light, catching the fabric, making it glint. Was it a signal? A fleeting message, invisible to all but the chosen eye, carrying the weight of a secret, a betrayal that could unravel an empire? Ah, the innocent flutter of silk, capable of strangling a future. And then, the letter, so fragile, so potent, found on a gilded table, its seal, broken. Not torn, mind you, merely cracked, as if by a careless thumb, then pressed back into place. A detail so small, so easily dismissed. Yet, that broken seal, my dear observer, is not an oversight. It is a declaration. A whisper from the shadows that an intimate secret has been violated, a trust shattered. It means someone has already read the words meant for another, and now the path of a destiny has been irrevocably altered. It means the intricate web of loyalties, painstakingly spun over decades, is about to be ripped apart. Every gesture here is a weapon. Every unspoken word a strategic maneuver. A gentle touch on an arm, a sudden turn of the head. The choice of a particular jewel worn on a particular day. These are the lethal instruments in the game of queens. This is a war without a single shot, where every victory is someone's crushing defeat, and every survivor is merely another player, tarnished by the treacherous path they have walked. Do you feel it now? The true weight of this forbidden knowledge? No one was meant to see this. No one was meant to understand the true cost. But you are here, behind this pillar, sharing the secret of the suffocating silk, the silent poison. And once you have seen it, once you have heard the whispers, there is no turning back. You are part of the shadows now, inextricably bound to the unfolding fate of this magnificent, ruthless dynasty. The silence stretches, heavy with unspoken threats. The game continues. Ah, You feel it now, don't you? That chill in the air, not of winter's bite, but of a reckoning long overdue. We speak of the game, yes, of whispers and alliances forged in the soft glow of lamplight. But beneath the silk and the smiles, a different truth stirs. This diamond, this heart of the Sultan's crown, it is not merely a jewel. It is an arbiter, and its justice, my friends, is absolute. I have seen it, from this very shadow, how the great vizier, a man whose word once shifted empires, could fall. Not with the clang of swords, no, but with the silence that follows a single, fatal misstep. A word, perhaps, spoken too loudly, or a glance held too long. One moment he was the Sultan's right hand, his voice echoing through the divan. The next, a shadow swallowed him whole. His chambers, once bustling with petitioners, stood empty. The heavy brocade curtains, once drawn against the world, now seemed to shroud a tomb. His last sight, I imagine, was not of glory, but the cold, indifferent glint of the very power he had sought to wield. What price, then, for a whisper of ambition? And the favorite, whose beauty could bend the Sultan's will? Her laughter, once a melody in these gilded halls, became an echo swallowed by the stone walls. Exile, a word softer than execution, yet far more cruel. To be sent to a distant palace, forgotten, unmourned, as if she had never graced the royal bed, never held the Sultan's gaze. Her eyes, once alight with fierce purpose, now carried only the weary weight of what was. Loneliness, cloaked in faded luxury, became her constant companion. This stone, it does not demand blood alone, it demands souls. It strips away identity, leaving only the husk of what ambition once promised. Even a prince, a son of the very bloodline this dynasty was built upon, is not immune. His path to the throne, once clear and undeniable, could simply end. A sudden illness, perhaps, a tragic accident during the hunt. The official decrees are always so neatly penned, so devoid of true emotion. But the sudden void, the hushed whispers in the women's quarters, the mother's silent tears soaking into silk pillows, these are the true epitaphs. His grand destiny, shattered not by an enemy's blade, but by the unseen currents stirred by that cursed stone. A chilling lesson, is it not? That the most potent poison often wears the guise of purest light. This diamond cares not for your virtue nor your sin. It asks only that you touch it, that you desire the power it embodies. And then, it demands its pound of flesh. In their eyes, as the finality of their fate descends, you will not see the glint of victory. No, you will see only the cold, unyielding echo of everything they lost, everything they were, and everything they might have been. The dynasty endures, yes, but at what cost to the bloodline that feeds it? The silence of the night, here, often holds more truth than any decree. Almost a whisper that carries profound weight. They speak of jewels, of rubies the color of spilled blood, emeralds deep as the Sultan's envy, sapphires cold as a betrayed promise. And of course, the great diamond, at the heart of the crown, said to be the deadliest of them all. But I, who have watched these walls breathe secrets for generations, know better. The deadliest diamond in the Sultan's crown, it is not a stone. It is not something you can hold in your hand or lock away in a vault. It is an unseen force, a relentless, hungry energy that courses through the very veins of this dynasty. It feeds on ambition, on fear, on the desperate, burning need to survive. This diamond, you see, it gleams in the calculating glint of a sultan's eye, weighing the loyalty of a son against the stability of the realm. It shimmers in the rustle of a court lady's silk, concealing a vial of poison or a whispered plot. It pulses in the heart of every intrigue, every subtle shift of power, every new dawn that elevates one to glory and casts another into the abyss. Look closely. It is there, in the silence that follows a sudden disappearance, in the shadow that lengthens as a trusted advisor falls from grace. The throne stands, yes, unyielding, majestic. The crown still flashes with unparalleled brilliance. But beneath that dazzling light, there is always a shadow. A profound, eternal shadow, woven from the souls of those who paid their ultimate price. The princes strangled in their chambers, the mothers exiled in disgrace, the sisters who vanished without a trace. They are the true cost, the unseen fuel for this endless climb. And the survivors? They remain. They walk these halls, their hands still clasping power. But are they truly the same? Or have they become shards of that very diamond themselves, hardened, sharpened, their humanity slowly devoured by its cold, relentless fire? The silence that descends after each fall is not empty. It holds 1,000 untold stories, whispers of betrayal and bloodline, echoed within these ancient stones. My story is merely one among them. A single echo in the grand, terrifying symphony of this dynasty.